Hello, it's Peter Elgar, funny old film bloke from Brentwood, Essex, England. Again, I've got a lovely gift camera from a 90-year-old camera club member who's having a clear out and going to move house. He knows I give old film cameras a good home. This had very heavy professional use, but it's a Mamiya C330 Professional. Now I've already got a C220 here, and I've done a video all about that, but I'm going to have a look at the C330 Professional and see if we can show you the differences. The main one is it's a bit more automated. For example, after you've loaded your film and you want to take a picture, you wind it round, a little lever will press on the shutter setting spring and it will advance the shutter to the selected one that you want. You turn that round, there we are, and it's hopefully ready to take a picture. Except sometimes it jams up. There we are, it went that time, thank God for that. There's a lock on the side as well. If you inadvertently press this little lever there, you can lock that action and you wonder why you can't wind it on. There's so many things. It's got similar things to the C220. It has a single shot and a multi-shot device on the side here, and when you take the lens off you have to put it to unlock on the little knob here, as I've shown you in my C220 video. It's on lock now, and you put it to unlock and then you can take the lens off with a spring here. Don't want to drop anything. There we are. Now that has a little flap which is covering the film. If you don't have it on unlock, when you take the lens out you let the light through to the film. Now it came with a 135 portrait lens, so we'll see if we can fit this 135 portrait lens into the C330. So we'll take off the back cover. Now when we set it, you have to make certain that the little catch here which presses onto the shutter spring will engage with your shutter. Otherwise it finds it won't work. Sometimes I find it jams up. So we put it onto lock, and when we wind it, it should set the shutter. No, that's jammed up again, you see. I don't understand. Oh, there we are, it's freed up. Sometimes it will jam up and sometimes it won't. It's had, as I say, heavy professional use. There, that's working now. That's the 135. The viewfinder is interchangeable with a pentaprism which came with the camera. It's similar to the Rolleiflex pentaprism, and you take off the back. That will fit the C220 as well. You have to unscrew a little screw here, and then you lift up that and you put on the pentaprism. Oh, it also came, this is the viewfinder screen, it also came with two extra focusing screens. And I've had a look and I haven't been able to find out how to put those on yet, because I couldn't get them on. And there's two very minute little screws here, and when I got it, that was partly lifted up and I had to unscrew those minute little screws and seat it through. And I think when you take the putting in a new screw, I think you have to undo those screws, and because they fit into two minute little holes. Oh, anyway, I've not done that one yet. This is the viewfinder, and I had used it it makes it very heavy because it's all solid glass. You put it on like that and you press it down. Without dropping the camera, you have to screw in the little screw at the back here gently, and then you can take your snaps like this, holding it up and focusing down here like that, and you can see everything the right way round and the correct way up, so it's not reverse left to right, which is very handy. It's got as the usual huge bellows extension device here. Now as you rack it out, the parallax comes in because the taking lens is lower than the viewing lens. So on this one, in order to give you a guide, you have to remember, I mean I forgot once, you have to remember to set on the side here, turn this little little wheel, and you have to turn that till it says 135, which matches the lens. There's a little clicks into place where the lock and unlock is. That's on the 135. Now if you have the 80mm lens, you turn it that way and it clicks on to 80, because inside the viewfinder there's a bar which comes down, and as you focus closer and closer, that bar shows you the top of your photograph that you're going to get. And I have actually used that today in taking some shots, and I allowed for the parallax error with this twin lens reflex. Now on the C220 you don't have that. You have inside, instead, on the ground glass screen, there are some lines etched which act as a guide for your parallax. There's no little moving bar which comes down to show you the parallax. So there's not so much to remember with the C220 as there is with the C330F. And also, of course, you've got to set the shutter manually, whereas with this one it will automatically set the shutter as you wind and crank the film round. Yes, there we are. It's working now, look at that, beautiful. As I say, it's had heavy professional use. Now if you don't get that crank into its little slot, as I've just done there, it will jam up. So that's what's happened now, I think. There's also two little things for your cable release. There's one on the bottom here, and I have used that, whereas the C220 only has the one on the top. You've got a cable release socket here, and that was better. I think it's a bit better than the one on the C220, which is on the top. Yes, you screw it in on the top there on the C220 like that, and then as you press it, sometimes it can feel a bit stiff. But so they're all slightly different. You know, as I say, I haven't taken many with it, but I have found with the standard 80mm lens with this is not quite as sharp as the 80mm on my C220. They're both blue dot lenses, but for some reason the standard lens that came with this, the 80mm set here, blue dot lens is the same. The definition doesn't seem to be so good. So I'm still experimenting, and I've got a film hanging up at the moment to see why that is. I took all the precautions, use a fast shutter speed. So that is the famous C330F, and you can also slide a little flash gun in there, the same as the C220, but there's just a bit more to remember here than on the C220, and as I say, sometimes it jams up. So that's a quick rundown, and I'll show you some more of my gift cameras shortly. So thanks for watching, and if you wish to contribute to my channel expenses, you can on the Buy Me a Coffee / film link that I'll put below. Thanks for watching now. We'll try the fader again.